Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Highly Talkative, where we get high in conversation and discuss many topics from personal to community to anything that's going on in the world. So sit back, get cozy, and let me talk to you. Let's go. Yo, yiggity yo, what is up, my good people, and welcome back. Welcome back. As always, I'm very appreciative that you guys have joined in with me. And today is August 3rd, and holy shit, the year is flying by. Okay, the year is flying by like super fast. I don't know what to do with myself. Kids are already going back to school, and I'm realizing like they got 15 days left before school starts back, and we have not gone school shopping yet. So I need to go school shopping. And of course, I'm going to dive into my topics, but let me say something about baddies. Okay, if y'all watch baddies, it's crazy as fuck. And this last episode really had my mouth like to the floor because bitch tasing somebody in the club is crazy. But as many fights as they be having going on at this point, like it does need to be called baddies because what bad girl y'all chasing, it needs to be called like baddies fight club. Baddies, we got our beef off or something, because how can y'all be making money on this TV show with going out and all y'all do is stay in and beat each other the fuck up? Now I get it, of course you can make money off of streams or whatever, but I don't know how that's set up. But showing, I feel like the show baddies, yeah, we can like have scenes where y'all are beefing or whatever, but every scene, every episode is somebody fighting, and it's literally nobody getting to any kind of bag. So I just want to understand, like, what is a baddie in their perspective? Because when you say baddie, I'm thinking like boss bitch, like I get my shit done. Like, yeah, if I gotta beat your ass, I'll beat your ass, okay, but at the end of the day, I'm making money. I got bread. Like, this is what I'm doing. These are the jobs I have. This is how I'm becoming an entrepreneur. This is how my music is getting out. Like, there are very few ladies who are using that platform the way that they should be using it. That's just in my opinion. But of course, I'm going to tune in every Sunday and on the reunions because I just like Ratchet TV. Okay, that's just that. Okay, now we're going to jump to it. So I have these topics. I have quite a few this time because I've been trying to make it like a daily habit to come up with a topic a day, and then like take my Saturdays or my Sundays to really dive into the list and kind of like make my bullet points. So my first one is just thankful for the good summer with my kids and my family. Learning and understanding where I'm at in people's life and just like staying there, being confident and building confidence, having the password to your significant other's phone. And no, I don't have a significant other at this time, but still something to talk about. As well as, do you share your location, and that's with your significant other or in general, going through your significant other's phone. And then what else is there? Oh, my son turned 13, and holy fucking shit, who am I, excuse the language, y'all, but who am I with a 13-year-old? Like, who are we kidding? So like this weekend wasn't just for him, we were both turned up because I'm so proud of me for raising a teenager. And then this randomly just crossed my mind, but let's talk about what the fuck happened to the Hantavirus and like all of that information. So let's get to this. My first topic. Thankful for a good summer with my kids and my family. I really enjoyed it with my kids, and although we didn't do like a big trip, we still had a really good time. My kids still got to go places. I still want to take them to Aquatica, so I have to find like a really good day for that. School starts back in like 15 days, so that time crunch is like really narrowing down. And then my kids got to spend a lot of time with their friends as well, which is very helpful for like me and them, helping them get out the house. And it wasn't just like they were going to their friend's house and staying the night there and like not doing anything at their friend's house. They got to go do stuff. Like my oldest son got to go to like bowling and I think like Austin Park and Pizza with his friend. My youngest son got to go fishing with his best friend, and they have a pool, so he went swimming damn near all summer. Um, and then like I let them have sleepovers too, so they'd come over and we'd like go out to eat, or I'd take them to the park. They go play basketball. Um, so like I think all in all, they really had a good summer when it came to that. Like I said, it was a lot of sleepovers. I had a house full of boys at one point in time, and then it was really good when they had somewhere to go to. So I think it was just like a really good equal balance there. And then it also gave me time to like self reflect as well as just have someone on time one-on-one time with my baby girl. So I was really grateful for that. And then just being able, like, honestly, I think everybody takes for granted how able you are to do certain things, and we don't really sit back and think, like, okay, I can't say we don't really, because some of us really do, but sitting back and realizing, like, damn, life, it really could be a lot worse. Like, I could really be out here struggling. I could really be in situations that I used to be in where I, like, had to depend on other people to help provide for my kids or what have you. But, like, I was really happy that I was able to do what I did for my kids, and it wasn't like it wasn't enough for them. And that also goes into me, like, saying, I used to go above and beyond with my kids, and I just want them to understand, like, it's not always about how much money you can spend on something or how much money you can get from something. It's really about, like, the memories that you make and how you remember that experience and what you put into that experience. So I think this summer was like a really big eye opener when it came to that. And all in all, I'm just like really appreciative. We really had a really good summer. Now, topic two, kind of leaning into like that long spiel that I kind of had where it wasn't needed, but learning and understanding my place with folks and just staying there. Um, I used to have like this habit of I would feel the energy shift of like certain people, but like I would still try to like gravitate towards them because of like certain things, like we're family or we're a part of the same team or we work together or what have you. But now it's just like if I feel that energy shift, I'm not gonna mess with it. Like I'm not gonna try to go above and beyond. If there is a switch in energy, then we're just gonna leave it where it's at. I'm not gonna try and do like anything extra. It's just kind of like giving people the same energy that they give me. Never more, never less. Just, you know what? Maybe even a little less, but just never more. So if we come somewhere and you don't want to say something to me, I'm not gonna overexert myself to say anything to you. If that's just where I feel like we are, I'm not about to over explain myself when it comes to anything. I'll keep it short with you because at the end of the day, like I feel like I kind of know my place. And if you don't come to me, and you know what, this kind of be like a mutual thing, but I feel like I'm always doing, not always, but I feel like when it comes to situations like this, the ball's always in my court and I'm always expected to make the big first move. And I'm just not doing it anymore. It's really stressful. It put me through like a lot of emotional trauma and I'm just not, I don't care to do it. And then like I said, just really knowing and understanding where I stand with folks. And that's everybody and certain folks that I'm thinking about in my head. It's just easier that way for us all, I feel. And, once you know your place with somebody, it's okay to just stay there. Like, y'all don't have to be the best of friends and y'all don't have to be the worst of friends. Y'all can just respect each other and go your separate ways, and that's completely fine. Um, and it's like you can definitely feel when I switch it up like that too. Like you can feel when I go from like super friendly to okay, I see where I stand with you now, or okay, I'm peeping the funny shit. Like, all right, that's cool. It is what it is, and I'm just gonna fall back. Like, I'm not really too stressed about it, and clearly neither are you. So, what are we really doing here? And then like it kind of just leans into learning that it's okay to outgrow people in situations. Like every situation doesn't need your energy and all people don't deserve your energy, so it's okay to outgrow that. People grow in different directions and at different rates, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes y'all meet back once the time is meant, and sometimes you just don't because that time was over with. And there's like I'm a firm believer of you're in my life for a reason or a season. You're either a lesson or you're a blessing. It's no love lost, no hate made. It is what it is. Now we're gonna jump into a pretty sensitive topic, and I know y'all probably are like tired of hearing me talking about it, but I've been doing like some self work myself, and I think my therapist will be really proud of myself when we have our meeting after she's been gone for 2 weeks. Oh my fucking gosh, I cannot wait for my therapist to get back. Like, y'all don't understand. My therapist in my head is my best friend. She doesn't know she's my best friend, but my therapist is my best friend. Okay, I can't wait to meet with her every week when we're able to, and just go over all the things. It even comes to the point where I'm just like, ooh, did I tell her that yet? I don't know if I told her that yet, head ass. And then I'll sometimes like repeat myself, or sometimes I'm able to go through like my therapy journal and realize like topics that we talked about and then kind of go from there. But learning to love the body that I'm in and all the things that I've been through with my last pregnancy and, that journey and the journey that I'm on now. And I have to give a big shout out to my cousin Jakaya, honestly, because I think she's the one, along with my therapist, yes, but she's the one that really helps me understand in a way like I feel like it's not just because my baby's 4 months old. I feel like that's a long time, but then I have to remember all the trauma and everything that my body went through in that process, which was I damn near hemorrhaged. Like I literally lost a lot of blood when I got sewn up. They thought they were going to have to go back in. I think I lost like 2,000 cc's or like 1,000 cc's of blood or something like that. Like it was a lot. I ended up having to stay in the hospital longer than usual just so that they can track me and make sure that I wasn't going to bleed more. It was a very scary situation to be in. Of course, like as a black woman, when you're in a hospital and you hear the word hemorrhage, like I'm automatically thinking the worst. Like I'm literally like, oh my, I'm about to start crying. Like, oh my God, are y'all telling me I'm about to die? Especially because right now I'm here by myself. Everybody's kind of going through a shift change. One person just left and the other one was on the way. So I'm kind of like in my head, how fast is this decision going to be made? Like, what are my options? Like, I'm really panicking right now. And then seeing all the nurses come into the room and then weighing the pad, and it was just a very scary situation to go through. And I just have to understand like there's actually a recovery process when it comes to that. Like, yes, people are going to have things to say about my body. Yes, I'm going to walk past the mirror and see my body and not like it at its best because I remember all the hard work that I put in for it twice to be where I wanted it to be, looking good, feeling great. Then to have a baby and go through what I went through. And this recovery process is just a lot different. I can't just get up and go like I expected to. Um, and again, of course, because I had a C-section, but I had a C-section on top of that trauma and staying longer. And it was just, I have to give my body the time to heal and really appreciate what stages in life that it's in right now. And also understand like it's very time consuming to do what I want to do. And I don't want to put her in daycare. I don't want the daycare at the gym to watch her. So it's also like, you know, what are your other options? Working out at home has become a little boring. I need to mix it up a little bit. But then I also thought to myself, like, let's start back at square one. Let's dial it all the way back to the beginning. Let's allow yourself the actual grace that you didn't give yourself the first time around. And let's reapply that because, again, let's be real. I just got cleared not even 3 months ago, if that. And I went straight to trying to like lift heavy weights and do all the things, and I think that just overexerted my body and made me even more exhausted than I realized. So I just want to start back at square one, and that's going on a walk 7 days out of the week. It can be 15 minutes at minimum, however long at maximum, but also like do lunges and push-ups or whatever while I'm doing that. And I think that allows myself to build the stamina and the confidence that I really need when it comes to going back and working out, and then also allowing myself the time to really find when I'm walking or whatever, the time to look into who I want to try and watch my baby. It could really be just as simple as calling my dad and seeing if he'll come over for a couple of hours and I'll make him a few bottles, and or it could be as extensive as really doing the work and the background checks on some like, and it's crazy because real quick, it's crazy because I don't need a full-time babysitter. I don't need you all day. I literally just need somebody for a couple hours so I can just go to the gym or work out and just relax, unwind, and really just have that me time. But then again, care is expensive. And that's also another thing that I have to factor in, like the expenses of trying to do that along with the other expenses that I have in football season coming up and gas prices being what they are. It's a lot for one person, but I'm determined to make it work. So being determined, like I said, I'm starting from square one and we're just going to see how things go from there. I don't want to overexert my body or overexhaust my body to the point where I become like completely depleted and I feel like I can't do things because I dove straight. And I think this is a realization because even my midwife and a whole bunch of other people told me, like, it's going to take you a long time to heal. Like, it literally takes you almost 9 months to kind of even fully heal from a C-section. So you trying to do all these things, like, sometimes it in your head it sounds good, but in reality or physically, like, you're harming you're harming your body more than you're thinking you're helping it. So it's it's all it's all a process, and I'm really just trying to take it in, like I said, um and love my body and give myself grace and understand that I am an impeccable human being, and the recovery process is going to be strenuous, it's going to be kind of long, but it's something that can be worked upon and worked through. And once I'm fully recovered, I definitely know I'll be back to where my body was, if not better. And if I give me a little booty on me, y'all watch the fuck out, because Meg ain't gonna have nothing on me in these knees. Do y'all hear me? Okay, period. And then yeah, like I just said, putting more on my body than I really should have or than I actually need to is just something that I don't want to do anymore. Even like prime example, even this past weekend, like yesterday was the first time in a long time I've been able to enjoy like a full Sunday. Like, my bathrooms were clean, my floors were clean, my stairs were swept, my clothes, my laundry was folded. Like, I was literally able to just chill and enjoy my Sunday, and that was because of the way that I set myself up. So I think me understanding and realizing those things kind of helped with that Sunday copacetic and at like the aura of it. So going into this week, it just opened a door and made me feel more confident. I think it's reassuring to know that I can get up and lift weights and do all the quote unquote hard things, but let's be even more reassuring with understanding that, but starting small, because it was like I'd work out and lift heavy weights, but I wouldn't get any cardio in because by that time, like, I was tired or work was starting or starting back up or whatever. So in the mornings, the goal is to wake up and go for a 15-30 minute walk, and then come home and get the day started and just kind of see how I feel from there. If I want to lift some weights, I'll lift some weights, but I'm not going to make it like a mandatory thing for me. Like, even on my goal list, I said instead of saying work out, I'm just going to say go for a walk or get some cardio in, and then whatever after that happens, it just happens. Now, let's get a little juicy with it, okay? Having the password or free range to your significant other's phone. My first question is it important to you? And let me tell y'all, for these next couple of topics, even in the past topics, if y'all had like some feedback or you want to answer some questions or whatever, shoot me an email at highlytalkative@gmail.com and we can dive into it and get a little messy with it, whatever. But having the password or free range to your significant other phone, is it important to you? For me, I'm not going to say it's important, but I would definitely like to have it. I think it's just a sense, I don't know, it's not even a sense of security, because that sounds so insecure, but I'm just nosy. Okay, I like to be able to pick up your phone and do whatever the fuck I want with it when I want with it, and I don't want to have that like, oh, you going through my phone? What you going through my phone for? Oh, why you answering my phone? Oh, why you on my text messages? Oh, why you on my Facebook? Like, nigga, I'm bored. I wouldn't care if you was doing it to me. I ain't got shit to hide. I'm just bored. And I'm just nosy. Because sometimes I will literally, look, for example, I will get in somebody's car and I'll just look through the glove compartment in the middle console. And it's not that I'm looking for anything. I'm just nosy. I want to see what you got there. Same thing with the phone. Like, my cousin can tell you, I'll unlock your phone and I'll just be in that bitch. I just want to see what you got. I want to see what is different from your phone than my phone. And we both have the same iPhone 17 Pro Max head ass, but I want to see what apps you got and how your layout is and why you got it like that and where'd you get the switcher from. I'm just nosy. But that's just me. So no, it's not important to me, but I would like it because, like I said, I'm nosy. And then it's like, do you want like I said, do you want it for trust purposes? For me, it's not for trust purposes, because if I can't trust you, then I just don't need to be with you. I'm not about to stress myself out and trying to figure out if you're being trustworthy to me, or if you're treating, like, if you're really out here doing what you're saying you're doing, or where you say you're at, and this, that, and the third. That's not what a relationship is, and that's not the type of relationship that I'm looking for. So if that's like the reason you want the password, then I just don't think you need to be together. And that's just that. Now other people, however it works for you, it works for you when it comes to, why you want the passcode to your significant other's phone. But I don't do it out of trust reasons. I do it just because, like I said, I'm nosy. And then it's like I said, I'll share my password with my significant other. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing to hide in there. If you go through me and my best friend's text messages and we talking shit about you, then, oh, well, I love you. What do you want for dinner, head ass? But it's like, me sharing my password with you isn't a big deal. So I don't feel like it should be a big deal if I ask you to share a password with me. And then it's also like, if you ask that and they tell you no, is that a deal breaker for you? Are you looking at them sideways, or are you just like respecting that the answer is just no? Okay, cool. No, right now, I'll ask again later type shit. Like, for me, it's not a deal breaker, because, like I said, I don't ask for your password because I don't trust you. I ask for your password because I'm just nosy as fuck and I want to play games on your phone, or I want to scroll on your Facebook because you got friends that I don't have. I want to see the drama too. Shit. Like, that's just me. So it's not a deal breaker for me. But I do know people who are like, you don't want to give me your password to your phone? Then I don't know if I can be with you. Um, okay. So, again, my question for y'all is, do you ask for the passcode to your significant other's phone, or do you have the password to your significant phone? And if so, why or why not? Or why didn't you ask? And please email those responses at highlytalkative@gmail.com. I love a good conversation. I love a good read. I'm actually working on a piece right now where I've been going through emails that I've been receiving from guys, like from you guys sending responses to like questions or like feedback that I have, and I'm so appreciative for that. So I can't wait to put it all together into one. But yes, that's a juicy one. That's a juicy one. Okay, y'all. So let's see if I can get through the rest of this, because my baby just woke up. So let's see how much further we can get. Do you share your location? And that's just not for your significant other. I'm just saying in general. Again, I'm nosy. I want to know where like my favorite people are at all time. I watch you guys like little sim characters. I will literally text my best friend if I wake up randomly at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I will check her location, see if she's at work, and I'm just like, oh, how's work going? And she's like, bitch, go to bed. I'm nosy. One thing y'all should know about me being your friend or whatever, I'm nosy as hell. And it's like, I'm nosy, but I don't know anything at all at the same time. Like, don't ask me who did what, who said what, who was where, because I'm going to tell you, I don't know. Like, people can tell you I'm the most person that knows the most, but absolutely nothing at all. Because, I mean, that's just me. Um, so for me, yes, I do share my location. If you ask for it and we're at that like friendship level where I trust you enough to know, like, I don't care how I move around or where I move about, you're not going to do like no dumb, weird, crazy shit. Then yeah, you can have my location. I'm not tripping, but just know, like, I want your location in return too. This isn't like a give one, not get one. I want to get one too. So you share, I share type shit. Again, just because I'm nosy, I want to know where you're going. I'll sometimes text my stepsister if I see she's not at home, but not even that. Her location won't be on. Like, I'll be able to see that we're sharing locations, but she does like that little weird thing where her location becomes unavailable. So I'll just be like, bitch, not you turning your location off. Where the fuck you at? Type shit. Like, literally just nosy. But you will appreciate having a friend like me when you realize that, oh my God, somebody kidnapped me. And now Ashley knows where you're at because I was bored all day and was just tracking your location. And then I guess like this is a relationship type question. Is sharing your location, again, a deal breaker for you? Like, if your significant other asks you to share your location with them, are you like, boy, fuck no, that's some weird shit you controlling, why you trying to see where I'm at all the time type stuff? Or are you just like, I don't give a damn? And I know there's like certain stipulations, because if we've only been dating for a month, no, you can't have my location. I barely know you. But if we were, dating for a couple months, and then we finally made it official. So altogether, it's been like 6 months to a year. I think it's reasonable enough to say, like, okay, we could share locations. I'm not tripping. But I always tell them too, like, I'm I guess you could call it low key crazy because, and not in like a bad way, but again, I just be bored. I'm literally just watching where people are going, especially if I ain't got nothing to do and I'm in my bed and I'm just scrolling. I'll literally just be like, all right, off TikTok, went to Instagram, went through Facebook. Okay, let's go find my friends. Where's everybody at? Oh, look, my cousin's at home. And yes, you should be at home because it's 2:05 in the morning, but still, I mean, that's just me. Okay, get you a friend like me. We're gonna come in handy. We like Diaria from Detroit, baby. We gonna find some shit, type shit. Um, and then why do you share locations? See, for me, it's because you asked, yes, but also like if I were to go missing, I want people to be able to piece together like my last known location. I want the police or whoever to be like, okay, who does anybody like share a location with her? And then 8 people can be like, yeah, I got her location, and because those 8 people got different pings, now you're able to find me. I love that. I love that. And I know that's like some really extensive thinking, but that's literally how I think when it comes to shit like that. And then, like, how do you lead into the conversation of wanting to share your location with somebody or wanting somebody to share their location with you? Like, do you just jump out and be like, hey, trying to share locations? Or are we trying to have like a really in depth conversation? And then after that conversation, it kind of leads to, yeah, so, at the end of the day, that's really kind of why I think a sharing location should be good because I really think I just told my best friend like, I'm gonna share my location with you just in case I get kidnapped. I need you to be able to find me. And then she was just like, yeah, but you know what? That's a good idea. And we just started sharing locations. And I've had her location for God knows how many years now, honestly. But let's get a little bit more messier. Let's get a little bit more messier. And let's dive into going through your significant other's phone. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I'm a firm believer of don't go search for things that you don't want to find, which means if you're going through that phone because you have some type of speculation that your significant other is cheating on you, be prepared to find some cheat shit, pictures, text messages, something. Okay. But also, okay, when you do that, what do you do with that information? Do you take it to them? Are you going to leave them? Do you just want them to know that you found some stuff? Like what are you doing with that? Now for me, I'm gonna be straight up with you. First of all, like I said, if I gotta go through your phone, I don't trust you and we just don't need to be together. For one. For two, I'm gonna let you know, like, yeah, I went through your phone. This is what I seen. I'm not really fucking with it. So what are we gonna do from here? Like, are you well, I guess it also depends on the shit that I find too. Because if I find some like off the wall stuff, it's just a no. But if I find like some, oh, I don't, you know what? I'm lying. I can't even say that because I done been through enough. So who even really knows when it comes to me and like the next relationship, what I'm willing to tolerate when it comes to social media? Because the one before, like, he really played in my face. Okay, y'all, he really played in my face. So when it comes to like the social media thing, I don't know because I'm a firm believer. Going down a rabbit hole real quick, ADHD, blame that. But I'm a firm believer of like when you're in a relationship, it's certain pictures of a female or a male that you can like, it's certain videos of a female or a male that you can like. Um, I don't need to see no heart eyes under nobody's profile pictures. I don't need to see no nothing flirtatious type emoji when it comes to anything. Um, so again, that we're gonna dial it back. If you're gonna go searching for something, bet your ass you're gonna go find it. Okay. And it's like, are you prepared for what you find? Like, are you, before you do what you're about to do, have you already said to yourself, you know what? I know there is a really strong possibility that this is about to be the outcome of what I'm about to do. Am I emotionally ready for this? Because I know females who go through their man's phone and then they're distraught at what they're finding. But I'm like, why are you distraught when you already had this gut feeling? Intuition is a motherfucker, for one. And for two, what are you crying for? Like, yeah, I get it. It hurts, but you went looking for it. So you clearly knew something was there. So why are you so sad about what you just found? Like, yeah, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. But you kind of could because you had that that thought process, that intuition, that lady tingle sensation that said, something's off. Let me go look. So now why are you upset with what you just found? Like, that's just me. Again, that's just my thought process. Everybody's thought process is not the same, and I completely understand that, but that's just how I think. But then I'm also like, what if you go through the phone and you think you're about to find something, but you don't find anything at all? How do you feel afterwards? Like, do you feel dumb? Are you just like, okay, my feelings are like all over the place? Or does that validate how you didn't feel? So now you're feeling a little bit better. Like, oh, I thought this man was cheating on me. And now that I'm looking through his phone, I see that he's not. Oh my God, I feel so much better and so much secure in this relationship. But are you really feeling much better and secure in the relationship if you had to go through this man's phone secretly or knowingly? Let's be for real. How do you feel after that? Like, how do you feel after you go through a man's phone and you literally find nothing? Because I know there's circumstances where ladies do it behind the man's back, or they'll be like, "Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I'm trying to go through it," and you don't find anything. Do you feel dumb or what? Because I know with me, if a man did that with me, like, oh, I don't. You know what? A man did do that with me. But at the end of the day, you, in my opinion, when it came to him, you should feel dumb. You're a dumbass. Like, why are you going through my phone, for one, secretly? Like, I'm sleeping, I'm waking up, and my phone is in somebody else's messages scrolled like months past what the month was already in. So, how dumb do you feel right now? You fucking idiot. And that's not just for him, that's an all around general statement. Like, how do you really feel after you do something like that and you find nothing? Again, you can send that answer to highlytalkative@gmail.com because I would love to know. And then lastly, when it comes to that topic, do you tell them you went through the phone? Like, I know there's some people who ask, yes. And then I know there's some people who sneak. So after you do it, do you tell them? And that's if you did or didn't find anything. Like, oh, I went through your phone the other night and I didn't find anything, so I felt like really dumb. Or because you didn't find anything, you're not going to say anything. But then where's the trust in that, right? It's kind of like a hypocritical thing to kind of do, if you ask me. So, again, do you tell them that you went through the phone, or do you just leave it a secret? Who's going to tell who? Nobody will ever know, head ass. Now I got two more topics. Let's see. We're going to talk about me having a 13-year-old. Oh, and the Hantavirus. Okay. So me having my 13-year-old, it was like a nostalgia type moment. I was really just like, what the actual fuck? Like, oh my God, I'm really out here with a teenager. And I'm so sad my mom can't see this, but I'm really doing it. He's doing such an amazing job. He received so much love on his birthday. His uncle took him out. His best friend and his football coach took him out. Like, he received gifts and money from people. He really enjoyed himself, and I just love sitting back watching him take it all in because it's been a pretty bumpy ride for him ever since my mom passed, but he's really trying to get it together. And I love the fact that I'm not only seeing it, and I think I've said this in a podcast previously, I'm not the only one seeing it. Everybody else is seeing it too. So I really love that for him. He had a great weekend. Although he did want to have a party, I just didn't want him to invite the people that he wanted to invite. So I did let him have like two friends come over, and they stayed the weekend, and we just balled out on eating. Honestly, I took them to a little wing spot that we have out here, and I think I ordered them all together like 55 wings, and they tore them hoes up. Even though they didn't eat all of them at the restaurant, they took them home and tore them things down. By the next morning, there was only 3 wings left in the box. And I had to curse them out because I told them, don't touch my spicy ranch wings. And I opened the box, and I'm hoping that them last little 3 wings was spicy ranch. Hell fucking no, they was lemon pepper, and I had to curse them out. That was the first time they ever been cursed out by Miss Ashley. And I ain't really use curse words, but I was like, look, I know I'm the cool mom or whatever, and y'all think y'all can run all over me, but I'm telling y'all now, y'all cannot. But the quickest way to piss me off is my motherfucking food. Okay? Don't touch my shit. My kids even know that the quickest way to piss me off is my food. My food, my mama, and my kids will get you beat the fuck up. Money immediately afterwards. But just celebrating him was a good time. So like I said, that Friday went out to the chicken spot. That Saturday, I think I took him to Oh, we went to McDonald's. He didn't really want like anything too crazy. And then um Sunday he wanted Taco Bell because he's fucking gross. So we did that, and like I said, he just received it all, and I love that for him. I really really do, and I'm just really proud of him. So if you're listening to this big boy, because y'all sometimes my kids really do be listening to my podcast, and they be saying like some slick shit to like let me know that they be listening to my podcast, and I ain't really tripping because I'm just authentic. I'm just as authentic on a podcast as I am at home. So it's literally no difference as to what they're hearing. But yeah, if you're listening to this big boy, I'm so proud of you and I love you so much. And you're doing a really good job. I just want you to continue to flourish and keep going. Okay. Because the rainbow is on the other side and you're damn near at that pot of gold. Just keep working towards it. All right. Let's end this podcast with one more interesting topic that I have for myself. I think it's pretty interesting, and that is what the fuck happened to the people with that damn hantavirus and how it was supposed to be so deadly. And although it did not spread like coronavirus, it was just 12 times as more deadly. So, yeah. So, first off, the last CDC update that I seen was I think May of this year, and that's on the CDC website. Like they give you kind of like a synopsis of they give you kind of a synopsis of like where the virus at and like what its stance and if it's over with or what have you, right? That was in May. But then supposedly in July of this year, the CDC ended it. Like the CDC had ended it basically saying there are no more cases or there aren't any more people that are affected by the hantavirus. And I'm just a little confused when it comes to that because why didn't it cause such a scare like COVID-19 did? If you ask me, COVID-19, I'm a conspiracy theory when it comes to certain diseases and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I can jump down. But how is it that COVID-19 was around as long as it was around and it was such a threat, but this hantavirus that was supposedly so much more deadlier, like up and disappeared within a month, like within a month or two, I believe. So I'm just like, how does this happen? Like, how was it more deadly than COVID, but didn't have a cure, but it also only continued for a couple months? And I just don't understand how that worked. And I need somebody to explain that to me. Because if COVID-19 required us to get vaccines and all these other things, here's the scare that came about. And yes, it didn't spread as quickly, but you meaning to tell me that y'all were able to get that contained in like a matter of months, and COVID-19 was around for like, if you ask me, years. And then I know there were people talking about this disease like that. When I say this disease, I'm talking about COVID-19, but they were talking about it like that maybe October, November, December before it really got hectic, like that following year. So I'm just like, what's really going on? And how does the CDC really determine like what's a massive outbreak and what's not? Because if you ask me, COVID, if you can contain the hantavirus as quickly as you did, COVID should have been a cakewalk. And that's just my perspective. And then that also has me going into what the fuck is the government really trying to do to us here? Okay? Again, conspiracy theory. If y'all have answers or any feedback or any type of extra information on that hantavirus and why y'all feel like it was so much easier to contain than COVID-19 was and all the things, again, email me at highlytalkative@gmail.com. And honestly, y'all, I'm going to leave it there because my baby's getting a little restless. I need to feed her and then burp her. But as always, the love and the support is absolutely appreciated. I want you guys to continue to run this thing up. Like, subscribe, share, follow, download, all the things. You can follow me on all major streaming platforms. That's Apple Music, not Apple Music. That's Apple Podcasts, that's Spotify, iHeartRadio, RSS.com. You can look up Highly Talkative Podcast. You can also go to YouTube and type in Highly Talkative Podcast, and I'll come up there as well. I'm going to be dropping here really soon on Pandora and Deezer, I think it's called. So keep a lookout for that. You can also follow me on Instagram at highly.talkative. You can follow me on Facebook at highly talkative. And then, as always, y'all don't forget, I have 2 other businesses as well. All 3 of these are my babies. My second business is Keep It Stashy. That's all things business. I handle your background while you handle your forefront. Please check out Keep It Stashy on Facebook as well as Keep It Stashy on Instagram. If you have any inquiries or anything, you guys can message me, or not message, you guys can email me at documents@keepitstashy.com, and I'll be more than happy to respond to those. My website for that business is also on my Facebook and my Instagram, so check out my website for pricing and all of that. Lastly, I have Sassy Ash Stash, and that's all things customs, t-shirts, pins, pencils, backpacks, all the things, you name it. I'm like a one-stop shop, so holler at your girl, okay? You can find that on Facebook at Sassy Ash Stash, or you can also follow me on Instagram at Sassy Ash Stash. And as always, the love and the support, like I said, is immensely appreciated. Do not forget to like, follow, subscribe, and all the things. Share your girl. And y'all have a great week. Don't let nobody piss y'all off, and understand that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Write it down and make it real. Holla at a player. Bye-bye.